A man hug, a handshake, all smiles as President Obama presented President Clinton with the nation's highest civilian honor, the Medal of Freedom.
I'm grateful, Bill, as well, for the advice and counsel that you've offered me on and off the golf course.
That comment raised eyebrows coming on the heels of an Obama snub revealed in the dishy campaign memoir Double Down. After a round of golf with Clinton in 2011, Obama told an aide, "I like him in doses." It's also the first time the men have seen each other since Clinton pushed the president, mired in the failed rollout of his health care program, to confront his broken promise that people who like their health insurance can keep it.
I personally believe, even if it takes a change in the law, the president should honor the commitment the federal government made to those people and let them keep what they got.
A source close to Clinton tells CNN he was just pushing Obama in the direction he was already headed. Former aides to both men say that while Obama is not best friends with the former president, he and his former Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, have a great and genuine affinity for one another. And Bill Clinton, with his eye to 2016, wants very much for President Obama to succeed. His wife is the current frontrunner in the Democratic field. Vice President Joe Biden, who greeted Hillary Clinton at the White House today, is a distant second to her in the polls. Neither will be able to win the White House unless President Obama's approval ratings rise from the doldrums. And so the fates of President Obama and the Clintons are very much intertwined, and sources in both camps tell me, Wolf, that far surpasses any of these slights that both sides really consider to be rather minor. In fact, one former aide going as far as to say, and I'm quoting here, but I will say also abbreviating, that it's BS. Quite a dismissal.
Yeah, all right, you're abbreviating well indeed. All right, thanks very much, Brianna, for that.